In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NFL games happening on January 20th, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Houston Texans versus Baltimore Ravens. The upcoming clash between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens marks a significant point in the Texans' unexpected journey this season. Venturing into Baltimore to face the American Football Conference's top-seeded Ravens, the Texans find themselves in a position few would have predicted. Although the Ravens secured a 25-9 victory in their initial encounter in Week 1, a span of 18 weeks has brought about considerable transformations. The Texans commenced the playoffs with a resounding 45-14 triumph over the favored Cleveland Browns, and they now set their sights on a Ravens team that enjoyed a bye over Wild Card Weekend. The unexpected success of head coach DeMeco Ryans, rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud, and the entire Houston Texans team is a narrative that defies preseason expectations. In his inaugural year as head coach, Ryans managed to orchestrate a rapid turnaround for a team that had only secured 3 victories in the previous season. Likewise, Stroud, the rookie quarterback selected second in the draft, displayed remarkable poise in the pocket and reached an elite level sooner than anticipated. The Texans, against all odds, quickly formed a cohesive unit, transitioning from a 3-win team to clinching the American Football Conference South Division title. Despite being consistently overlooked, they emerged as the home underdogs against the Browns in the wild-card matchup last week. However, C.J. Stroud and the Texans' defense proved their mettle, as Stroud became the youngest quarterback to win a playoff game, throwing 3 touchdowns, while the defense returned 2 interceptions for touchdowns, resulting in a resounding 45-14 victory. The Texans, led by Stroud, present a markedly different team than the one that faced the Ravens in Week 1. Even in Stroud's debut NFL start during that game, he avoided interceptions and kept the Texans competitive until the third quarter against the American Football Conference's top seed. Winning the turnover battle 2-1, the Texans maintained a close yards per play ratio, with the Ravens averaging 5.9 and the Texans registering 5.5. This season, the Texans stand 11th in the NFL in scoring offense, ranking 6th in passing yards with Stroud at the helm. Notably, they hold the top spot in the NFL for fewest giveaways per game, a testament to Stroud's careful play. Defensively, under Ryan's guidance, the Texans have risen to 2nd in the NFL against the run, a significant improvement from their previous season's ranking. Although they are 24th against the pass, recent road performances demonstrate their ability to limit passing yards, ranking 6th in the NFL over the last month. In terms of takeaways, the Texans sit at a middle-of-the-road 14th in the NFL for the season. The Baltimore Ravens, returning to action at home against the resurgent Texans, finished the regular season at 13-4 and secured the number 1 seed in the American Football Conference. The team's key players had a 2-week rest, sitting out the Week 17 matchup against the Steelers with the top seed already secured. Quarterback Lamar Jackson, a frontrunner for the NFL MVP, concluded the season with over 3,600 passing yards, 24 touchdown passes, and just 7 interceptions. While Jackson leads the league in wins by the age of 27 with 58 victories, his playoff record remains modest, standing at 1-3 with 4 touchdowns and 7 turnovers. The Ravens' offense ranks 3rd in scoring, boasting a potent ground attack and a potentially bolstered passing game with the return of All-Pro tight end Mark Andrews. Defensively, the Ravens hold the top spot in the NFL for scoring defense, demonstrating dominance throughout the season. However, they face a formidable challenge against Stroud and the Texans' prolific passing game. As the Lamar Jackson era defines the Ravens, the upcoming game poses a unique and demanding test for the Texans. Stroud's exceptional performance against the number 1 defense in the NFL last week showcased his prowess, making him the first rookie quarterback to defeat the top-ranked defense in the postseason. Ravens defensive coordinator Mike Mike Macdonald, familiar with Stroud from previous encounters, presents a challenging matchup for the young quarterback. Transitioning from facing a veteran quarterback like Joe Flacco to dealing with the dynamic MVP-elect Jackson and his receiving core adds an additional layer of complexity for the Texans. Despite the Texans' inspiring story, the Ravens hold the advantage, especially with an extra week of rest and preparation. The Ravens, on a 6-game win streak, are poised to dominate both offensively and defensively, so the Baltimore Ravens to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In their initial meeting this season, the Texans and Ravens combined for 34 points, while the Texans scored an explosive 45 points in their wild card win. It's essential to consider the contrasting defensive capabilities of the Browns and the Ravens. The Ravens, with their strong offense, may take some time to find their rhythm after a week off. The under has been prevalent in recent meetings between these teams, going 6-0 in the last 6 encounters. Thus, expecting a slower start from the Ravens, under the projected total is our preferred full game total pick. Green Bay Packers vs. San Francisco 49ers. The upcoming National Football Conference Divisional Round clash between the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers is generating considerable anticipation. Having secured the top seed in a bye week, the 49ers are preparing to face the Packers, who, in a historic feat, became the first ever 7 seed to secure a victory since the playoff expansion in 2020. The previous game saw Jordan Love delivering a remarkable performance, completing 16 out of 21 passes for 272 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. As these two teams gear up for their Saturday night showdown, it marks their 3rd meeting in the past 5 postseasons and an unprecedented 10th playoff encounter in the last 29 seasons, with no other teams facing off more than 5 times within the same time span. Green Bay enters this matchup after a triumphant performance against the Dallas Cowboys on the road last weekend. They quickly took control with a 27-0 lead, eventually extending it to 48-16 in the 4th quarter. The Packers' offensive prowess has been evident in their past 3 road games, where they amassed 114 points, averaging an impressive 38 points per game. Overall, the offense has shown improvement since November, finishing the season 12th in scoring with 22.5 points per game. Their offensive line's standout performance, allowing the 3rd fewest sacks, coupled with a strong rushing attack ranking 9th in yards per carry, has contributed to their offensive success. Green Bay's defense, though dealing with injuries, aims to replicate their performance in Dallas, highlighted by 4 sacks and 2 interceptions. Defensively, the Packers face challenges, allowing the 28th most rushing yards and 23rd most yards per carry. Against the pass, they allowed 7.3 yards per attempt, ranking 20th. Despite allowing 21 points per game, Green Bay's defensive statistics don't shine as brightly. The 49ers, as the National Football Conference's top seed, enjoyed a week of rest, entering this matchup with the 3rd highest scoring average of 29 points per game. Their offense, led by Brock Purdy, boasts an efficient offensive line that allowed the 6th fewest sacks and led the league in yards per play with 6.6. Christian McCaffrey topped the NFL in rushing yards, contributing to the team's 3rd-place finish in rushing yards and 4th in yards per attempt. San Francisco's defense, ranking 3rd in scoring, held opponents to 17.5 points per game and showcased strength in takeaways and sacks. With the 7th fewest yards per play allowed, 5th fewest yards per pass attempt, and 3rd fewest rushing yards, the 49ers present a formidable defensive challenge. As the game unfolds, the question lingers whether the Packers can replicate their success against a more resilient 49ers team. The Packers, coming off an impressive win over the Cowboys, appear as formidable as ever. Jordan Love, in his first year as a starter, has solidified his role as Green Bay's new leader, delivering standout performances on the road against top-notch teams. Head coach Matt LaFleur, with a remarkable 70% against the spread mark as an underdog, leads a team that has consistently scored first in 9 straight games. The 49ers, as the well-rested top seed, boast an impressive point differential and a strong home record against the spread this season. However, the momentum and increasing confidence of Love and the Packers' offense raise questions about their ability to dominate. As the Packers face the 49ers as underdogs once again, the odds may underestimate their potential, considering their recent outright win as massive underdogs on the road. This matchup becomes a battle between 2 accomplished coaches with intertwined stories, adding an extra layer of competition. The expectation is that the Packers will keep the game close and competitive on a warm California night, so the Green Bay Packers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The high total for this game doesn't come as a surprise, considering the offensive capabilities of both teams. Jordan Love's recent stellar performances contribute to the belief that the Packers can match up well against the 49ers. With Love's impressive statistics in the last 5 games, including 12 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and a completion rate of 73.7%, the Packers' offense presents a significant challenge. The Packers' rushing attack has also surged, averaging 151.5 yards in the last 4 contests. Facing a 49ers defense that has shown vulnerability against the run, the Packers could establish a well-balanced attack. On the flip side, Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers offense, known for their preparation and efficiency, are gearing up for a significant contest. Brock Purdy, in a pivotal role after missing the National Football Conference Championship game last year, adds motivation to a team that averages 29 points and 398 yards per game. Both teams have a tendency for high-scoring games, reflected in the Packers' 11-7 over-under record and the 49ers' 9-7-1 record. The presence of playmakers like Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and Christian McCaffrey for the 49ers, along with the Packers' offensive momentum, suggests a game that could turn into a track meet. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.